Okay guys, so I'm gonna do a quick demonstration of how this product works. The product per se is a type of vinyl that can withstand paint, so it will not curl or ruin when the actual paint job goes over it. So I can do pretty much any lettering or logo on it. I have a piece of panel here with some coloring on it, the black color. The theory behind it is when you get your my apologies if I sound horrible, it's just that I'm kind of sick right now, but anyways, in theory you will want your tank or your fender painted already with in the general area where you want to do the logo with the same color or the color that your logo is gonna be. So you'll have your tank primed up, and in a general area you will paint the color that your logo will be. Let it be gold, let it be whatever color it is, right? Then you will apply, when the color is dry, you will apply the actual masking. I'm gonna put the camera on the side real quick. I'm removing the actual decal or the mask real quick, so you guys can see how easy it is. It is actually very nice and simple to work with. I have a little bit of wind going on right now. It's not helping me out. I'm not necessarily in the optimum place or environment to do this, but since I've been asked how to use it and how to deal with it, I decided to do this real quick so you guys can at least have a gist of how will it work. So I have the vinyl right here with my current motorcycle brand, Flying Ace, from Ace of Hearts motorcycles, right? So I'm gonna put this right there on the paint, right? So this will be your tank in the general area you painted already the color, and you will use it as a masking. So you'll drop it down. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. You will drop it in the general area, making sure that you align it however you want to do it, and you go from one side to the other one and start laying the mask down. Okay, so whenever you're done, you remove it slowly. Make sure that the masking stays in. Okay. Right. The bad thing about it is, like I said, it's wood and it has a lot of grains and pores in it. So, like I said, it's not in prime. It's not a prime situation for me to do this demonstration, but we'll try. We'll try so you get the general idea of how this should work. It will work just fine, like I said, in the tank or in the primer, just because it's a nice. Hopefully you have prepped your tank and you prepped your area correctly without any porousness or any bad, surface. Surface need to be clean. They need to be, sharp, primed up, ready to roll. Cool thing about this type of, like I said, this type of material is that the material itself has very light tack, so it will not leave any glue behind on your tank or in your fenders or whatever you're painting. Therefore, you can rest assured that whenever you throw your base coat for whatever the paint color your tank is gonna be, you'll have no issues about getting your paint like all messed up and racing up because there's chemicals or any of that left behind by the masking. It is very user friendly. It is actually meant for auto body and car paint kind of deal. It was created for that purpose, and was created so it will be easily removed. So I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna grab this and invert it so the sticky part is going up so it doesn't stick anymore. go over it. Alright, so right now you have the masking right there. So imagine that you have your gun and your base coat already, ready to paint your tank. So now I'm gonna paint my tank, let's say vintage white, with my nice paint. I mean, you're not gonna use a can, right? You're gonna use a regular paint, but make sure that you lightly go over it. You say, well, this is looking nice or whatnot, right? And you painted your tank, and it looks very cool, and you're okay with it. You let it dry. So you have to make sure you do not clear coat this thing before you take the masking off. You let it dry, and then you pretty much grab this kind of type of tool or anything that you find that will work for you. I have this one right here. This is my wife's tool she does knitting, and this is a very thin needle, and it works great. I mean, this tool works great. She gets pissed because I'm using her stuff, but anyways, she will understand. So now, like you can see, I mean, I don't know if you can see correctly, but it's still fairly wet. But you'll notice this animal is fairly strong, and by now any type of regular vinyl would have curled, would have actually wrinkled up and damaged your paint, and it will be a total mess. As you can see, it's still fairly wet, and the masking is perfect. It's not curling out, it's not doing anything funky, it's not ruining your job, it's not doing anything bad on you. So I'm not gonna wait until it dries, because this is just purpose of demonstration. But then what you would do, you just, you know, pick up your actual this is so wet, it's not even fun, I shouldn't be doing this, but you will pick up your masking, right? It's hard for me to actually do this while I hold the camera, but again, this is just, you will do this like with the best of conditions. You will wait until it's dry and whatever not, but as you can see, you start removing it, and it actually I've done it before, and I just never recorded it, but I've done it before in my tanks, and it looks beautiful. The only thing that you have to do, I normally do after I finish it, is I go with a pinstripe, and I pinstripe every edge, and it just looks beautiful. Like I said, this thing is not dry, so when I lay down my tool, it actually shows in the paint outside, but you know. Look at that. See how sharp it is? I mean, I'm telling you, this product is just amazing. I mean, your imagination is pretty much the limit when it comes down to what you can do with this product. It's just great. Again, I mean, I'm not in the best of conditions. I'm taking it apart while the paint is still wet, and that's a no-no. You have to wait until it dries. But for the purpose of you see the you know, how this actually works, I think that you get the idea of how good this product is. Again, the amazing thing about it is that it will not wrinkle when you paint it like regular vinyl will do, which is the biggest problem that most people complain about when they try to do these things using regular decals. You know, it's like, oh man, I just ruined my job, so on, so on, so on. So anyways, that's pretty much how it works. You know, it is fairly good. It's actually very easy to deal with. I hope you guys like it. Please let me know if you guys are interested. I can do pretty much any logo, as long as it's not too intricate, or the lines aren't, you know, too many details, because then it's just pain to deal with. But you know, let me know what you guys need. Send me your logo. Your logos will need to be in on a bitmap format, or or JPEG format. High resolution, the highest resolution the better. That way when I work on it and convert it into curves, it will be easier for me to actually cut it and send it to you back. When I send it to you, I'll make sure that I'll sandwich it between two cardboards, so it doesn't get messed up when I shipped it out. The application tape will be on it. You just gotta make sure that when you are actually applying it, when you're taking off the masking decal, make sure that when you're removing that tape, the tape is taking everything out. Every letter is in place, every piece of the logo is in place. When you lay it down, same thing. Be careful with it. Make sure that you're laying down everything. And I will add an extra logo. So for example, if you need both sides of your tank, rather than sending you 2, I will send you 3 in case you mess up one of them. So that's another thing that we do. You make sure that you guys are pleased with the product. So like I said, here's perfect proof how easy it is. You'll do your own pinstriping around the letters and whatnot, then you'll clear coat it, and voila, that's simple. I hope you guys like it.